So welcome to this Friday afternoon evening seminar at the Ancient India and Iran Trust. My name is Cameron Petrie, and I'm one of the trustees. And this is the first of these presentations for 2023. It feels quite surreal to be in a new year, but we are nonetheless. And tonight I have the pleasure of introducing Muazzam Durrani, who is an anthropologist who's currently based at the Islamia University in Bahawalpur. He has recently been awarded a funding opportunity from the Higher Education Commission in Pakistan to come to Cambridge to, in a sense, to do work in the finishing stages of his PhD work. He's going to speak to us tonight about a specific project that he's been quite intimately involved with. But his life and much of his university research and university study has been based on the history and heritage of Bahawalpur, which is a region in the southern part of Punjab in Pakistan. He's been involved with a range of initiatives, several of which he's going to speak with you to you about this evening. And it's been a great privilege to have him visiting the Department of Archaeology here in Cambridge. He's cooperating and collaborating with the MASA Archaeological Project, which is mapping archaeological heritage in South Asia. And Islamia University Bahawalpur is one of our collaborating institutions. But you haven't come here to listen to me. You've come here to listen to Muazzam speaking about magnifying the monumental value of South Punjab, Pakistan, and the case study of Bahawalpur state. Muazzam, please.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Dr. Cameron Petrie, for introducing me in detail. Yeah. Magnifying the monumental value of South Punjab, Pakistan, a case study of Bahawalpur state. So this would be the sequence of my presentation: topic, detail, area, then Noor Mahal Museum development, and then summary and conclusion. Magnifying, what does the mean magnifying stands for? It is adding value, protection of heritage, and social construction of the past, through which basically it is related to the museum, and through museum we are reconstructing the past of Bahawalpur state actually. So in more detail, what is the heritage in question? It is again the heritage of South Punjab, specifically Bahawalpur state. Bahawalpur state have a lot of heritage, its own palaces, in its own forts, its own legacy of time span, specifically from 1727 to 1955. So which was overshadowed by when it merged in Pakistan specifically, and after merger in Punjab. So filling this gap, we developed another museum to highlight this same, to bridge the gap between the history. So these are the values typologies. Mean we are adding aesthetics, scenic, architectural, historical, association, or these are all. And a bit about what is the region. We call it South Punjab. It is combination of three different regions: Thal, Daman, and Rohi. Thal mean the arid area called Thar. And the Daman is mountain foot. The Dera Ghazi Khan division is called Daman. Bakhar, Miawali, and that districts are called Thar. And the last one, Rohi, is the Cholistan deserts of South Punjab. The combination of three regions is called South Punjab. And why it is called South Punjab? In Punjab, they have a different linguistics, or they have a different ethnic background called as Saraiki speaking. So it is called South Punjab / or it is known as Saraiki region. To be more specific, it would be about state of Bahawalpur from 1727 to 1955. And the area in Pakistan, which is in red, it is about the state, former state state of Bahawalpur. Now, to making it more clear, the objective of the developing museum, this museum has been developed to preserve available history which chronicles journey of Bahawalpur state till merger with Pakistan through photos, medals, and antiques, highlighting contribution of state of Bahawalpur toward creation and development of Pakistan. Lobbies, galleries, and corners are developed in a way that it takes visitors sequentially from inception of Bahawalpur state till to date with a tinge of local culture and contribution of Pakistan Army toward heritage preservation. Basically, Noor Mahal was developed in or constructed between 1872 to 1876 for the purpose of residence of Nawab of Bahawalpur, the Bahawal Fort. And this is the original layout of 1872, and it was gifted by one of the grandson of Nawab of Bahawalpur. And these are the original pictures of that building in construction, and the other one is the coronation picture of Nawab of Bahawalpur over there. And then this is the museum layout. In 2018, we were not using the right side of the building. It was used for official purpose, specifically for offices of army, for dining hall, for executive offices, and these were used for that particular purpose. And after 2020, we not only add these galleries to museum, but also we sorted out the basement of the museum of this historical building as well, which is incorporated in the building and it is enacted. Now, starting the journey to the Noor Mahal. Noor Mahal, a historical building of Bahawalpur state. This is the Viceroy Lounge, which is not open for general public. And again, executive dining hall on the right side, which is again not for general public. And from this side, we have reception and then media hall. In media hall, we are using this place to give the audience a digital environment where we can present them the history through latest means. And then this is the porch, main porch of Darbar Hall. In this porch, we presented the history through different spans of time, specifically from ancient to the current one. And when we come to the ancient time, I don't know much about the archaeology even, but we have the specific period of archaeology over there, because we have more than 400 sites, which is documented by a Professor Dr. Rafiq Mughal, and he categorized different sites of Indus Valley civilization, especially Hakra period, 99 sites, Kodiji period, 57 sites, Harappan period, 156 sites, and late Harappan period, almost 56 sites. So these are all the remains. This animation basically is presenting the desert and specifically Ghagra, Hakra river and its old basin, and Hakra downstream was converted into Satluj river. Between 2600 to 1800 BC, river Satluj changed course due to tectonic plates movement, resulting in drying up of Hakra river. Previously, it was straight one, then it changed toward the right side. Then we have already in the same gallery, we have presented Darbar Hall, different saints of the time, forts of Cholistan. And when these are the major forts of Cholistan, Dirawar Fort, and many others. There were around 38 forts back in early 19s, and now almost 16 are now we have remains of 16 forts and even less than that. Then moving towards the evolution of Bahawalpur. The state of Bahawalpur or Abbasid dynasty, they trace their lineage from uncle of Prophet, peace be upon him, Mr. Abbas. And then they trace their lineage from Sindh, Sultan Ahmed and Amir Chani Khan, and then Amir Daud Khan, and then Amir Sadiq. And the other one is Amir Muhammad Mahdi and Muhammad Kalhodo. These two deviants, the Abbasid in Sindh, they are called Kalhodo, and Abbasid in South Punjab, they are called Daudpotra or Daudpodra Abbasid. And they developed their dynasty in Bahawalpur state, and specifically Amir Sadiq led the foundation of Bahawalpur state, the old name from which the state started was known as Chaudhry. It is nowadays near Liakatpur Tehsil of district Rahimyar Khan. And he further annexed the adjacent territories with his his son Nawab Bahawal Khan won expanded state till Drawar Shikarpur in 1748. And then these are the four major states: Bikaner, Bahawalpur, Jaisalmer, and the Kalhoda state of Khairpur, in which Bahawalpur is having the central place around as a sandwich state. By 1790, Sikh empire flourished in the area. The start of 19th century marked arriving of East India Company, and then in 1818, Ranjit Singh of the Sikh Empire conquered Multan, which resulted in flux of refugees to Bahawalpur. In 1809, Treaty of Amritsar was signed between British and Ranjit Singh that prevented Sikh expansion to south of Satluj and permitted freedom of action north of Satluj. Nawab Bahawal Khan, due to frequent aggression of Sikh, sought in alliance of trade with the British East India Company in 1808, and then in 1838 they became a protectorate state of East India Company or British Empire. State of Bahawalpur was given the guarantee of sovereignty and security of its borders. In return, a political agent was appointed by the British to keep a watch on the state affairs. This was the reason it was secured. British started their invasion of Multan by 1846. As per the pact, Nawab provided 2,200 soldiers to British to defeat the governor of Multan, Diwal Mulra, in 1847. And after the victory of British, Nawab began to get an annual grant of 1 lakh and the same. And on the other side of Satluj, British Empire taken control of their own power in Pakka, Karod Pakka, in Duniapur, in Melsi, in Vihari, in Pakpatan, in Digikhan, all the other side. Then this is the old map of Bahawalpur, and on the other side of the main Coronation Hall, we have different pictures of the Nawabs of Bahawalpur. There were 12 Nawab, and these are placed in the main side galleries of the main Coronation Hall of Darbar. These are the pictures of different Nawabs at that time. 8 pictures are imaginary, and the last 4 pictures are the original one. And next to the Darbar Hall, next gallery is Bahawal Gallery. Bahawal Gallery is depicting the main gates of Bahawalpur city. Bahawalpur city have different gates like Farid Gate, Ahmedpuri Gate, Shikarpuri Gate. It was a walled city actually. So to magnify or to add value in the main palace of Bahawalpur, Noor Mahal, it was decided back in 2018 to depict different gates. And in that gates, there were planned to present different activities played by the state of Bahawalpur, like their healthcare activities, like their day-to-day activities in social welfare. They have provided much support in Quetta earthquake, specifically in 1935. And then they have contributed a lot in Satluj Valley project. If we go in a little details, Nawab focused on welfare of their people by special support from British. Irrigation projects remained the focus of Nawab. 38 annexation canals were built in 1850, mainly relying on the river Satluj and Indus. Few major canals, eastern and western Sadkia, were built by 1850 and Fordwa in 1890s. Establishment of new markets, especially Sadigabad, Liakatpur, Yazban, and Mandi, Bahawalpur, Fort Abbas, and Bahawalnagar boosted economy. Although it was planned in 1890, but it was actually executed in 1922, modern irrigation system through different project comprise of improving irrigation system and colonization of area. Four major headworks were constructed, like Firozpur, Suleimaniki, Islam, and Panjab. And due to this, in 1930, through Nilibar colonies, a lot of people brought to over here who were landless people, and this increased a lot of economy, around 238% in annual income of Bahawalpur state. So this was the major reason of the major economic uplift of Bahawalpur state. Then the state have their own postal system, they have their own Hajj facilities, they have their own zoo, they have their own power generation, they have their own, we can say, printing press, they can have their own sports facilities, and even economic system. They develop their own banks. And these are all the things we have presented in Bahawal Gallery. They have their own judicial system, they have their own political system, even they have their own army. They played a vital role in First World War and Second World War, and their major contributions were highlighted over there in this gallery. Colonel Mahmood was the main soldier who he was given George Cross by British in the recognition of his bravery. Again, Bahawalpur played a vital role in the promotion of education, not only in Bahawalpur, but also throughout subcontinent. They have donated their own land to Punjab University. They have contributed to develop the mosque in Atchison and Bahawalpur House at Atchison School in Lahore, and they have developed their own King Edward Medical College old building. And these are all given by the state of Bahawalpur. And these are all highlighted in the main gallery of Bahawalpur state. Then there are other things like original documents of instrument of accession of Bahawalpur state with Pakistan, and then they played a vital role in refugees and rehabilitation of the refugees in the newly established state of Pakistan. Then Nawab of Bahawalpur provided their own conveyance for guard of honor to Father of the Nation. And this was the last message of Nawab for the people after joining of Pakistan. Then in this gallery, Sadiq Gallery, we have taken a lot of pictures of Sadiq from age 4 to till death. I mean, in 1966, his ceremonial death procession to even his birth. Mean 4 years to death, all the pictograph, not all, maximum pictures are presented in the same gallery. And on the right side wall, we have placed a lot of palaces of state of Bahawalpur, like Darbar Mahal, Gulzar Mahal, Farukh Mahal, Baradari, Chaudhary, and different palaces of Bahawalpur we have presented on the right side wall. And these are the old pictures in the same gallery. And then there is the royal bedroom. Then there is a main snooker room, which was used by even Quaid-e-Azam. And here is the state gallery, in which we have depicted different roles played by state, like printing machine. Original printing machine of 1860 is in working condition till to date over there. And then we have collected different artifacts of state of Bahawalpur, like their stamps, like their postal stamps, like their judicial paper, like their invitation on their wedding, invitation for tea, or different uniforms, and even their garments and ornaments. Then the other gallery is Cholistan Gallery, in which we have presented flora and fauna of current time and different forts of the desert. And present day dress pattern, food pattern, and activities are depicted in this same gallery. And then there is a souvenir shop where we can see a lot of attractions for tourists, specifically from the local handicraft market. About the basement. When we started preserving this building, we came to know that there was a basement back in 1903. It was filled due to seepage, and then again in 1906 and 1909 it was completely filled with different material, just because the building was damaged due to seepage. And when we came through the archival data, when we came through this, came through the knowledge that this was a useful basement, otherwise there was a myth that this was there was a passage for water to cool the whole palace. Water was it was a passage for water, and then air came through the water in the upper story, and then the upper story became very much cool. It was a myth. When we came to know that this is the myth, and original thing is that there was 14 rooms, seven room on the left side, 7 room on the right side. We make it. This is the video in which we can see that this was cleared back in 2020. And after clearing all the material from this side, we re-enacted what was the purpose of the basement. Then we developed different, with Art Council of Bahawalpur, we presented it in a different way, so that we can curate, we can attract people and add value, that this was the useful thing back in the late 18th, 19th century. So the picture of the basements are placed in a way that people can get idea what was the purpose of the basement. And again, there are a lot of things in the basement place, through mannequins, through pictures, through artifacts, which is depicted in the basement. Again, the rooftop, it was also in the restoration plan, it was also suggested that there are a lot of layers in the rooftop. They must be removed to make it more waterproof. And then in 2020, we found stairs, hidden stairs in the rooftop, and we place a transparent glass on it to make it more valuable. And on the main facade of the building, we also have a laser light and sound show through which we depict all the history of Bahawalpur through this laser projection. It is in Urdu, actually.
आयरन बेस्ड डिफेक्ट्स की मदद से नूर महल की फन तामीरात को चार चांद लगाए जाते हैं। हमारी सकाफती और रूहानी रिवायात के फरोग एक काबिल कदर किरदार अदा करते हैं। ये दिल फरेब मनाज़िर एक्सटीरियर बिल्डअप इफेक्ट्स के हैं जो नूर महल की तारीख मौजूदा दौर से दौरे माजी में जाने की अक्कासी टाइम मशीन से की जाए जो हमें तारीख के झरोखे में ले जाएंगे। अपने दरवाजों को पेच करने पुरानी आबादी और मीठी बोलियों के साथ
this depicting different time spans of state and their activities specifically for the development of, for the betterment of the people.
क्योंकि नवाब मीर सादिक खान अब्बासी पंजू के दौरे हुकूमत में तामीर किए हेड सलेमान की हेड इस्लाम और हेड पन्नूर को जाहिर करता है। आबी निजाम से आने वाली खुशहाली और निजाम ज़राअत को महल पर कपास की फसल से जाहिर किया जा रहा है जो एक मुस्तहकम और मजबूत मईशत की ममासी है। यहाँ पर यह बात भी काबिल जिक्र है कि सिंध दास मुआहदे के बाद नवाब ऑफ बहावलपुर ने सूफी शायर हजरत ख्वाजा गुलाम फरीद को एक तोहफे के तौर पर बहरी जहाज दिया जो उस दौर में लोगों की आमदोरफ्त का मौसर जरिया था जिसे इंडस क्वीन का नाम दिया। बहावलपुर के तालीमी और तिब्बी इदारों की नुमाइंदगी इंस्टीट्यूशनल लोगों
and open space is also used for different purposes: jogging track, bird cage, Jaman Gully, play area, mini golf, amphitheater, and a lot of things are there. And this was the Hajj van of Nawab of Bahawalpur. It was used by Nawab of Bahawalpur back in 1935. It is Ford original Hajj van. It is reenacted. It is in near to its original condition, and it is presented over there for people's amusement. And then there is a royal Corvan over there, and is again, it is for the people to enjoy. Again, royal cart. It is a buggy which was used by the family of the Nawabs. So it is also available for general public to see, to look at, to enjoy. And another thing was, state of Bahawalpur was the route of the rivers through which it was connected to different areas. And this route river was basically through Satluj and through Indus rivers. So there was a famous Indus queen of boat used by the royal family of Abbasid. It is in its decay near Chachana Sharif. So we develop another Indus Queen in same Noor Mahal Museum, so that people can imagine what was that time and how its glory was. So it is developed in Noor Mahal right now, and it is converted as a hotel. It is basically time lapse, developing that Indus Queen. We constructed the idea. It is reconstruction of the idea of the boat. It is not the actual boat. And this all activity, again, there is a lot of tourism potential in throughout South Punjab, specifically Kila Dirawar, Noor Mahal, Gulzar Mahal, Darbar Mahal, Farukh Mahal, Sadiq Garh Palace, and different forts in Cholistan like Dirawar, like Mojgar, like Sahibgarh, like Sardargarh, like Jam Fort, a lot of forts, even shrines in the famous city of Och, like Bibi Jivandi, and so and so. There is a lot of natural parks like Lal Suhanra, like natural park where Black Buck Sanctuary is over there for the amusement of people. And due to Noor Mahal attraction, people are coming over there in Bahawalpur region there is preference of visiting South Punjab right now. Even on every weekend, there is almost 10,000 people visiting Noor Mahal a week. Not only Pakistanis, foreigners are also attracted due to this added value in Noor Mahal. They are attracted towards Noor Mahal, and then they are spreading all over the region. They are going to Jamia Masjid Al Sadiq, they are going to Dirawar Fort, they are enjoying the Hadpanna River, they are enjoying Lal Suhanra, and they are contributing in local economy. And what we have developed in the museum, we have through preservation, through presentation of state of Bahawalpur, we also contributed in training different students from the Islamic University of Bahawalpur, and they are trained to guide visitors through storytelling. And again, we also developed basement enactment plan. You have just seen, then light and sound show from 2018, then 2020 we revive it. In 2022 we again rewrite the storyboard of that laser light show, and then open space we have utilized it in different activities of relevant to Bahawalpur state, and then Indus Queen. Then this is the main conclusion of the presentation, that representation of Bahawalpur, which was missing. So we, through development of museum, we bridge the gap, or we fill the gap of that entirely different history, which was missing, or which was overshadowed, or which was not focused of the present day government. So we reconstructed the history of that region through the development of museum, and again, it is through this increase of tourism, not only in Noor Mahal, but all around the Cholistan and beyond. Again, when we started a lot of activities, government and private organization, they are again arranging the birth and death anniversary of Nawab of Bahawalpur. That is a good thing again. And again, when a lot of people are coming, then economic growth, transportation, hotel, and creative industry is developing in the whole area of South Punjab. Again, a lot of tourists, then there must be need of a lot of trained tourist guides. So Islamic University of Bahawalpur started hospitality and tourism management program, so that they can manage tourists very well. Not only this, but we published books, brochures, and we are having a good presence on media and social media so that we can project whole of the South Punjab through these activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. That's very kind.